Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Bank Shop Breakdown. We're going to go over 5 college basketball games for Thursday, February 6, 2025. Now if you like what you see, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to put your college basketball picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most in college basketball and other sports, you can find those at the Premium Picks tab of Pickdawgz.com. There's also a link in the description. Alrighty, here we go. Here are the games for Thursday in college hoops. First up, it's Albany and Bryant. This one is 6 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be on ESPN+. There's no doubting that Bryant is the better team in this game on paper, but I think situationally speaking, this is a great spot for Albany. You got Bryant on an 8-game win streak. They're 8-0 in conference play. I think because of those recent results and the record on paper, Bryant's just severely overvalued in this game. I think Albany, while they're 3-5 in conference play, they're coming off the bad loss to Binghamton, still a team that shot quality-wise is decent. They take care of the ball. They're a good rebounding team, one of the better rebounding teams in the conference. They force turnovers. They're a good free throw shooting team, 74% as a team, one of the better free throw shooting teams in the America East. I think giving them this many points because of recent results and the records on paper, just way too much. I can't pass them up with Albany. I wouldn't be shocked to see the Great Danes pull off the outright upset. Also playing with revenge in this game. They lost to Bryant in the first meeting. Give me Albany in this one, plus the points and money line. Next up, it's Western Kentucky and Kennesaw State. This one is going to be 7 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be on ESPN+. Now, Kennesaw State, really an underrated home team in college basketball. They only have one home loss this season, only a handful last year. And Kennesaw, they're playing with revenge, playing at home in this game. In the first meeting of, the loss against Western Kentucky at Western Kentucky, it was a game where they plainly got outshot from three-point range, 42% to 20%. And Kennesaw has struggled from the perimeter this year, but they're still much better than 20% overall this season. And their three-point defense is also actually one of the better ones in the conference. So I don't expect the Hilltoppers to have a huge day from the perimeter in this game, considering they're ranked 235th in three-point shooting overall. And if Kennesaw can do a decent enough job at taking care of the basketball, which has been tough in certain areas and in certain games, but as long as they don't get crushed there and turn the ball over 20-plus times, I think they're going to be fine here, and I think they win this game, get that revenge W, and cover. Next up, we'll stay in the Conference USA as Louisiana Tech takes on Liberty. This one is 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be on CBS Sports Network. Should be a pretty good game here. Two of the better teams in the Conference USA, and even though their records in conference play are 5-4 apiece, these are still, overall records 16-6 for Louisiana Tech, 17-5 for Liberty. Both right around the top 100, Liberty inside the top 100 in KenPom. For me, when you look at this matchup, I think it benefits Liberty for a few reasons. I just think, matchup-wise, Louisiana Tech not really built to play on the road. We've seen them struggle in true road games in conference play. In fact, they haven't won a single true road game in Conference USA action. They turn the ball over quite a bit, and that's already a recipe for disaster when playing on the road. But also, situationally speaking, Liberty is playing with revenge in this game. They lost the first matchup to La Tech by a 5-point final score, 79-74. Also, Liberty is coming off the outright loss to Jacksonville State by 11 points. Similarly, the Flames have not been the best on the road in conference play, but they return home here after that mini road trip, 3-game road trip in conference action. Their first home game now since actually January 18th, so not really a mini road trip, but I think the Flames, a great shooting team, one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country. They defend the perimeter also really well, and that's key against La Tech because while, La Tech's not the best three-point shooting team in the conference, they take a ton of threes. They're actually number one right now in three-point rate in conference games in the Conference USA. So I think the Bulldogs overall are going to be a little bit uncomfortable offensively in this game on the road. With Liberty playing with revenge, I think it's a great spot for the Flames. So give me Liberty in this one. Next up, we have Loyola Marymount and Gonzaga. This one is 9 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be on ESPN+. Now, I know Gonzaga has hurt us a few times in the Bank Shop Breakdown against the spread, but I do like this matchup for him, and I think it's a decent situation. Yes, Loyola Marymount is playing with revenge after losing the first meeting in blowout fashion, but Gonzaga is the home team in this one. They're coming off the loss to St. Mary's. If Gonzaga had won that game in a close game as well, I probably wouldn't have loved this spot for the Bulldogs, but because they're coming off the loss, they're kind of playing with a little bit of desperation right now as they have 3 losses already in conference play. That's a lot more than we're used to seeing in the beginning of February for a Gonzaga team. But Also, Loyola Marymount's on a big win streak, so they're coming into this game on a win streak. I think they're a little bit overvalued. Their wins were over some of the weaker teams in the conference. They have the one win against Santa Clara, but that was a low-scoring home victory, 57-54. I don't think Loyola Marymount has the offense to keep up in this game, similar to the first meeting between these two where they just could not keep up offensively. Gonzaga scored 96 points. That's all she wrote. I don't know if this game gets that ugly, but it doesn't need to be for us to cover the spread. I mean, right now the opening number is less than 20 points. I think it'll be above 20 by tip-off, so, make sure you shop those numbers. But I think Gonzaga walks away with a 25-point win. Next up, it's UC Riverside and UC San Diego. This one is 10 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be on ESPN+. Now, this is the first season for UC San Diego that they're eligible to play in the Big West tournament and the NCAA tournament. This was a team and a program that transitioned to Division I basketball 2020-21, and they haven't been able to play in these postseason tournaments. They were able to play in a postseason tournament last year, but not in the Big West Conference tournament, not in the Big Dance. And this is their first season eligible. And look at this team: 18-4 overall, 8-2 in conference play, 55th right now in KenPom. And I think if they can find their way to a Big West championship win and tournament, and they make the NCAA tournament, this team is dangerous enough to not just win one game, but make it to the second weekend. I think that's how good this team is. Shot quality-wise, very strong, great fundamental team. They take care of the basketball. They're third best in turnover percentage defensively. Great defensive rebounding team. They get to the free throw line. They make their free throws at a great rate, 76% as a team. And, this is a UC San Diego team playing at home with revenge. They lost to UC Riverside in the first meeting. I think it's a great spot for UC San Diego, and I got to lay the points with the Tritons in this one. I think they get their revenge in a big way and cover the number. And that's it. Those are the games for Thursday in college basketball. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, my top plays can always be found at Pickdawgz Premium. There's also a link in the description. As always, this is Romanelli. Good luck.